please, go ahead.
You want me to?
Huh?
You want me to?
My name? Oh, Jian.
Dian.
Oh. And your name? Lalit. I met the Sri Lankan on a tour bus that was taking us to a number of temples around the city. He was a youthful-looking 36-year-old man with a pointy nose and glasses, which for some reason gave me the impression that he was an accountant. As it turns out, he was a factory inspection agent. I told him that I was headed to Sri Lanka after I left Bangkok, and we immediately began talking. He had a very thick accent that made it difficult to understand all of what he was saying, but I did my best. I soon found him to be a very amiable person who insisted that I get a hold of him when I arrive in his country. When the tour had ended and we were heading back to our respective hotels, he asked me if I had noticed his limp. I answered in the negative, and he pulled something out of his jacket pocket. It was a picture of a white car that was so mangled it looked like a crushed soda can. He told me that a train had smashed into his car, which contained his 2-year-old daughter, his pregnant wife, his son-in-law, and himself. Miraculously, his daughter and wife survived, as did the fetus inside of his wife's womb. His son-in-law died instantaneously. He told me that if he had been driving a Japanese car with the steering wheel on the left instead of a European car with the steering wheel on the right, it would have been him that had died instantaneously. What is this?
Fortune teller, computer.
Fortune teller.
Inside, what date you were born? Monday, Tuesday? What date you were born? Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, can't remember. What day you were born?
Just put the coin in?
Yes, just put the coin in. When you see, the light is moving, moment.
Okay.
Five, two. 1, 2.
Alright.
If lucky, you can take with you, but if no luck, you refund.
Just like a dying tree in a dry land, suddenly refreshed and soaked with rain, revving back to life, strengthening and brightening up required in order to achieve common targets. Compromise and discussions recommended. Patient recovering. Lost persons will be found. Mismatches likely. A good luck coming your way.
Affiliate, gold color. Gold color also old 15 years old.
Well, the 50 years old is like from the hell, but also there's this gold in the older. Yeah. Morning. Go out to collect the food. 60 years old. That they still. For represent 60
years old.
Yeah, more than. Yeah. And outside is decorated with Chinese colors and represent for the King Rama I order. Or King Rama II, King Rama III, and King Rama IV. The present King Rama IX. Oh, just the king. After that, have got no more area to build.
I took a Buddhism class during my junior year of college, and I can still clearly remember how I became enamored with the concept of liberation from suffering. If what I remember is correct, samsara is the eternal cycle of birth, death, and reincarnation, like a wheel spinning round and round. The most fundamental truth of Buddhism is that life is suffering. This suffering stems from the urge to cling on to things which are ephemeral by nature. Only by relinquishing the attachment and dissolving the ego may one reach nirvana, a state of nothingness and freedom from samsara. It made so much sense to me that at the time, I set about trying to detach myself from the various humanly thirsts that were keeping me in samsara. Drinking beer, trying to chat girls up, smoking cigarettes. After several painful weeks had passed, I decided that maybe samsara wasn't so bad after all, and resigned myself to the fact that I might never reach nirvana. But sometimes I wonder. Relinquishing attachment and dissolving the ego go hand in hand, but why do you have to necessarily dissolve the ego into nothing? What if you can dissolve it into something, or better yet, someone? What if by giving yourself onto another, you wouldn't have that dreaded self-awareness, because there wouldn't be a self to be aware of? Those self-obsessed thoughts would have evolved into a feeling of love. You would have dissolved into another person, and that person into you, and the consummation of your love would be a phenomenon that liberates you. And when you thought of the transient things that you had once clung to, you would begin to see how unimportant they were in light of the love that you had found. Now a Buddhist would probably respond to this rubbish by saying that ultimately, in the process of losing your sense of ego, you come to love everything and everyone around you equally. But I don't like to share. And isn't it Buddhism that preaches not clinging to any tenets, even Buddhist ones?
He's so sleepy.
Silent, no? Huh?
Wake up. Do they kill all the mice? Is that why they keep cats here? To kill all the mice in the temple?
They
Eat the mice?
eat cat
Little mice?
or
know?
mouse.
Yeah.
Or eat.
Mouse.
Rat.
Look at his.
Even temple, they don't think if found cats, if found rat. Definitely cat.
He is so.
Cat will rat. Cat will catch the rat, no?
Maybe it's light. The close eye.